Well, welcome to our exercise portion. Today we're going to be doing a short segment on core strengthening. And your core is really all the muscles that comprise your trunk. Your trunk, your upper body, your abdominal muscles, your oblique muscles, and your back. Anything that's not including your limbs. So we're going to be going through a short core exercise strength training routine. Core we use for everything that we do. Every day-to-day activity. So having a strong core really helps prevent us from injury, and it does help our body have higher energy levels, just work more efficiently. It will eventually help our immune system too, because our body's ability to uptake oxygen is at a much higher level as well. So whether you're a couch potato or whether you're an advanced athlete, I'm going to be showing you some different levels and modifications of each of these exercises so that you'll have no problem just getting into this, having no fear, and just getting started. Now, for our next core exercise, we're going to be doing some planks. Now, plank is simply just the way it sounds. You want to get your core and your body into a position like it was a long plank. So the key is to keep your core muscles and your stomach, your back really nice and tight, so your plank is very straight and not saggy. So I'm going to do what we call a high plank, which is really the start of a push-up position. So here we go. I get my knees off the floor. I'm on my feet and my hands, and my core is nice and strong. I feel my stomach muscles contracting, and you notice that my back is nice and straight. So a line from my shoulders right down to my ankles is typically nice and straight. That would be a good plank position. This is what we call a high plank. I can go into a low plank from this position down onto my forearms. So I go into my forearms, and now I'm in a low plank. When I'm in this position, I want to try to really tighten my stomach muscles. Another variation of a plank exercise, when I'm in either my high plank or my low plank, is just very simply doing stomach crunches. And the idea of doing this is essentially imagining somebody's going to punch you really hard in the stomach. So what you want to do is tighten up your stomach muscles to protect yourself from that punch. So I'm holding my plank, and I feel like I'm going to get punched in my stomach. So I contract it, and I hold it for about 3 or 4 seconds, and then let it go. Give myself a rest, and I'll do it again. Contract, and then let it go. Contract, let it go. And I'll try to do maybe 10 or 15 repetitions of those. Contract, and let it go. Contract, let it go. Really does put a lot of stress on your abdominal muscles and will really tighten up those abs. When you're in your plank position, here are some modifications you can do to make this a little bit tougher and really put a lot of stress on your core. Now I'm starting from a high plank, so going from a high plank to a low plank does put a lot of stress on my core. So I'm going to start in a high plank. I may hold it for 5 seconds, go to a low plank, hold that for 5 seconds, back to a high plank, hold for 5 seconds, down to a low plank, hold for 5 seconds. And I'll try to see if I can do that as many times as I possibly can. If we really want to get advanced with our plank exercises, we can do what we call shoulder touches or knee raises. And this is, again, a very advanced exercise, but will put a tremendous amount of stress on your core and really help your core get stronger. Here we go. So I'm in my plank position, and all I'm going to do with one hand at a time, I'm going to touch my opposite shoulder. And I have to lean my body weight to the supporting hand, but it does work different areas of my core muscles, my trunk, my obliques, and my back. Now I can add a leg raise into that and say, okay, I'm going to bring my knee up to my elbow, other knee up to my elbow. And again, I got to strengthen, or I have to contract my core muscles to do that, and I try to hold it for even just a second as it's in that contracted position. Here's another less advanced option to do a plank. This is for somebody who maybe can't hold a plank on the ground for too long. So we get a chair, and I'm going to support my hands on the chair and do my plank from the chair position. And there's lots of different modifications that I can do, which I'll show you in this chair position as well. So first of all, I can get into my plank just on the chair, okay, and I can hold it like that. I can do my stomach crunches as if I'm getting punched in the stomach. I contract my muscles, and I can feel that in my core. And I might do 10 repetitions of those. I can go down onto the chair into a low plank and hold it from there. Might feel a little bit easier doing it that way. And then back up into a high plank. And then I can also bring my knees up to my chest, one at a time, and then hold it. When I get it there, I just try to contract my muscles and hold my knee in that position. Great core exercise.